You've been told your whole life that fruit is healthy. And in most cases, that's true. But here's something most doctors won't tell you: not all fruits are good for you as you age. In fact, some of the most popular fruits could be silently weakening your legs, every bite chipping away at the strength you rely on to stay mobile, balanced, and independent. For seniors over 55, leg strength isn't just about walking. It's about standing up from a chair without struggle, climbing a few stairs without feeling shaky, and keeping your balance so you don't suffer a dangerous fall. And yet, right now, there's a good chance that a few healthy fruits in your kitchen are slowly robbing your legs of that strength. You may be thinking, wait, I thought fruit was nature's candy. Packed with vitamins, right? That's the myth we're here to challenge, not to scare you, but to protect you. Because the truth is more complicated, especially for older adults whose bodies process sugar, potassium, and fiber differently than they did 30 years ago. Let's start with something simple: aging muscles need care. Our legs, especially, lose strength faster after 60. It's called sarcopenia, a natural age-related muscle loss. By the time most people are 70, they've already lost up to 15% of their muscle mass, and many don't even notice until daily tasks get harder. But here's the kicker: certain fruits can speed up that process. Not all fruits, of course, but some are packed with sugars, acidic compounds, or mineral imbalances that drain your muscles, disrupt your electrolyte balance, or lead to inflammation that targets your legs. And the effects don't show up overnight. They creep in gradually: a little more stiffness, a little more weakness, and eventually, a serious impact on your mobility. Why does this matter? Because losing leg strength means losing independence. It means more time sitting, less energy for walks, a greater risk of falls, and a decline in circulation. That affects everything, from your heart to your digestion to your mental clarity. And here's the hard truth: even if you eat a clean diet, exercise, and take your supplements, just a few wrong choices, including some common fruits, can work against all that effort. So why isn't this talked about more? Partly because the general advice around fruit is one size fits all. But seniors are not just older adults, they have unique nutritional needs, especially when it comes to muscle retention, nerve health, and bone density. You've probably heard things like, "Eat the rainbow." Fruit is always a healthy snack. You can't go wrong with something natural. But that's only true if your body still handles fruit the same way it did in your 30s and 40s, and for many people over 55, that's no longer the case. The way our bodies process sugar, fiber, acid, and potassium changes with age. And some fruits that seem harmless, even beneficial, can actually strip away the very minerals your legs need to stay strong. Take for example high-sugar tropical fruits that spike your blood sugar, or acidic fruits that trigger joint inflammation, or even seemingly innocent dried fruits that overwhelm your kidneys and dehydrate your muscles. These aren't just small concerns, they add up. Especially when paired with other age-related changes like slower metabolism, weaker bones, and chronic conditions like diabetes or arthritis. So let me ask you this: have you noticed your legs feeling weaker lately? Maybe stairs feel steeper. Maybe you need to lean on something to get out of a chair. Or maybe walking long distances just isn't as easy as it used to be. These aren't just normal signs of aging. They can be warning signs that something in your diet is working against your body, quietly and consistently. And that's why this topic matters deeply. Because leg strength is the foundation of your independence. When your legs are strong, you can move freely, avoid dangerous falls, and stay active in the ways that bring you joy: gardening, dancing, walking the dog, playing with the grandkids. But when your legs weaken, it affects every other part of your life. Your heart has to work harder. Your mood can drop. You become less confident on your feet. And your risk of serious injuries goes up, often without warning. This isn't about blaming fruit. It's about understanding which fruits to limit, and why. We're not saying to cut out all fruit. Far from it. Some fruits are fantastic for senior health. But others? They can quietly erode your strength, especially when eaten daily, or in large amounts, or without balancing them with the right nutrients. Our mission at Health Matters is simple: to give you the real, science-backed guidance you need to age with power, confidence, and dignity. And that means calling out myths, like the idea that all fruit is always good for you, and replacing them with clear, supportive knowledge that fits your age, your body, and your goals. So today, we're diving into the 7 worst fruits for seniors' leg strength. Fruits that might surprise you. Fruits that are often recommended, but that carry hidden risks for older adults. And most importantly, we'll explain why they matter, and what you can do instead. This isn't about cutting out everything you enjoy. It's about knowing what choices strengthen your legs and what choices slowly break them down. Because the stronger your legs are, the more freedom you have. The more independence you keep. The more years you get to live on your own terms. So let's uncover the truth. Let's protect your legs. And let's start with the 7 fruits that may be destroying your leg strength, even if no one's warned you about them before. Stay with us, your legs will thank you. Now that we understand why leg strength is so critical for maintaining independence as we age, and how certain fruits can quietly erode it, let's walk through the 7 worst fruits that may be sabotaging your mobility, balance, and muscle health. Each of these may seem harmless, even healthy. But for adults over 55, they come with hidden risks that could be chipping away at your ability to stand tall and walk confidently. Let's take a closer look, and don't worry, we'll also talk about better options and simple swaps along the way. 1. Bananas, in excess. Now this might surprise you, because bananas are often praised for being a great source of potassium, and they are. But too much potassium can be harmful, especially for seniors with kidney issues, which are more common after 60. Why this matters for your legs? The kidneys regulate your body's potassium levels. If they're not functioning as well as they used to, which happens naturally with age, excess potassium can build up in your bloodstream. This condition is called hyperkalemia, and one of its first symptoms is muscle weakness, especially in the legs. In severe cases, it can even affect your heartbeat. Also, bananas are high in natural sugar and can spike blood glucose, which contributes to inflammation and nerve damage over time, 2 major enemies of leg strength. Simple swap: if you love bananas, try eating half a banana with a handful of unsalted nuts to balance the sugar. And stick to no more than 2 to 3 per week, especially if you've been told to watch your potassium. 2. Grapes. Grapes are sweet, juicy, and often eaten mindlessly as a snack. But for seniors, they're a sneaky source of high sugar and very little fiber. This combination causes sharp spikes in blood sugar, which leads to inflammation and worsens insulin resistance, both of which damage the nerves and blood vessels that keep your legs functioning. Why this matters for your legs? High blood sugar contributes to neuropathy, where the nerves in your legs and feet lose sensitivity. It can start with tingling, then numbness, and eventually lead to balance issues and falls. Even if you're not diabetic, regular consumption of high glycemic fruits like grapes can push your body in the wrong direction. Simple swap: try blueberries instead. They're lower in sugar, higher in antioxidants, and support nerve health rather than degrade it. 3. Dried fruits, raisins, dried apricots, dates, prunes. Dried fruits may seem like a quick, healthy snack, but for seniors, they can be a hidden disaster. Why? Because when fruit is dried, its sugar becomes highly concentrated. A small handful of raisins can contain the same sugar as a full can of soda. Why this matters for your legs? Excess sugar leads to chronic inflammation, which contributes to muscle wasting over time. It also disrupts your magnesium and calcium balance, 2 minerals essential for muscle contraction and strength. Dried fruits also tend to be sticky and acidic, which may not hurt your legs directly, but indirectly reduce your appetite for better food choices. Simple swap: stick to fresh whole fruit with the skin on, like a sliced apple or a pear. You'll get more fiber and less sugar per bite. 4. Pineapple. Pineapple is tropical, delicious, and full of vitamin C, but it's also highly acidic and loaded with sugar. For seniors, this can be problematic on 2 fronts. Why this matters for your legs? First, the acid in pineapple can trigger low-grade systemic inflammation, especially in people with arthritis or sensitive joints. This inflammation often settles in the knees, hips, and ankles, causing stiffness and weakness. Second, pineapple's high sugar content causes energy crashes, reducing your motivation to stay active and keep those leg muscles working. Simple swap: if you crave a tropical taste, opt for papaya, which is gentler on your stomach, less acidic, and contains anti-inflammatory enzymes. 5. Mangoes. Another tropical favorite, mangoes are loaded with flavor and, unfortunately, with sugar. A single mango can contain over 45 grams of natural sugar. That's more than most soft drinks. Even though it's natural, that sugar still impacts your metabolism the same way. Why this matters for your legs? High sugar intake leads to glycation, a process where sugar molecules attach to proteins like collagen in muscle tissue, making them stiffer and weaker. This directly affects muscle recovery, meaning your legs won't bounce back as quickly after activity, or worse, you may start losing strength even with light use. Simple swap: enjoy mango in very small portions, or try peaches, which are lower in sugar and easier on your insulin levels. 6. Oranges, especially as juice. Whole oranges can be fine in moderation, but orange juice, even freshly squeezed, is a different story. A single cup can have over 20 grams of sugar and zero fiber, meaning it rushes into your bloodstream and causes a sugar spike. Why this matters for your legs? These sugar spikes trigger inflammation, which slows down muscle repair and increases joint discomfort. Over time, this can lead to decreased leg mobility, especially for seniors who already deal with stiffness or arthritis. Oranges are also acidic, which may contribute to joint inflammation in sensitive individuals. Simple swap: if you enjoy citrus, go for grapefruit, if you're not on medications it interacts with, or lemon water, which hydrates without the sugar load. 7. Watermelon. Watermelon seems like a hydrating, low-calorie fruit, and it is. But for seniors, especially those with blood sugar issues, it's one to watch. Watermelon has a very high glycemic index, meaning it quickly raises your blood sugar, even if it's low in calories. Why this matters for your legs? Frequent sugar spikes can damage the capillaries in your legs, leading to poor circulation, muscle fatigue, and delayed healing. Watermelon is also mostly water and sugar, offering very little fiber or muscle-supporting nutrients. Simple swap: choose cantaloupe or honeydew melon, which have a lower glycemic index and a gentler effect on your blood sugar. The bigger picture: how these fruits affect senior leg strength. It's not about fearing fruit. It's about understanding which ones work for your body at this stage of life, and which ones quietly make it harder to stay strong and active. As we age, our muscle tissue breaks down faster, recovery slows, and our nutritional needs change. Fruits high in sugar, acid, or potassium may not affect a younger person, but for seniors, especially those with kidney problems, diabetes, arthritis, or cardiovascular issues, these fruits can work against you, no matter how natural or healthy they seem. The 7 fruits we've covered today aren't inherently bad, but for people over 55, moderation and balance are crucial. Even small daily habits can have long-term effects on leg strength, energy, and independence. Coming up next, we'll share simple meal ideas and lifestyle changes to help you keep your favorite fruits the right way, while still protecting your strength. Because your legs are worth it. Your independence is worth it. And every food choice you make can either support your strength, or quietly take it away. Let's make the right ones, together. Now that you know which fruits might be quietly weakening your legs, you might be wondering, what now? What should you eat instead? How can you adjust your meals without feeling overwhelmed or deprived? And most importantly, how do you keep your strength up, day after day, year after year, with simple, nourishing choices? Let's take this step by step. Because change doesn't have to be big. It just has to be smart and consistent. And that's especially true for your health after 55. 1. Start with a simple shift in how you view fruit. You don't need to cut fruit out completely. But you do need to be strategic about the type, amount, and timing. Stick to low glycemic fruits like berries, apples, with skin, pears, kiwi, and melon. Pair fruit with protein or fat, like Greek yogurt, nuts, or cottage cheese, to blunt blood sugar spikes and support muscle health. Avoid fruit juices and dried fruits as daily habits. Treat them like candy, occasional, small, and deliberate. Here's how that might look on a typical day. 2. Sample senior-friendly meal plan, leg strength focused. Breakfast. Oatmeal with chia seeds, cinnamon, and a handful of blueberries. 1 boiled egg or half an avocado for protein and healthy fat. Herbal tea or lemon water. Why this helps: blueberries are rich in antioxidants that support nerve and muscle repair, while oats provide slow-burning energy that prevents fatigue. Chia seeds add calcium and magnesium for muscle contraction. Mid-morning snack. Apple slices with unsalted peanut butter or almond butter. Small glass of water. Why this helps: apples have fiber and less sugar than tropical fruits. The nut butter slows sugar absorption and adds protein, both essential for stable energy and muscle fuel. Lunch. Grilled chicken or salmon. Steamed broccoli and carrots with olive oil. Half a baked sweet potato. Cantaloupe slices or a small pear for dessert. Why this helps: balanced meals like this help preserve lean muscle, while anti-inflammatory vegetables like broccoli and sweet potato support joint health and movement. Afternoon snack. Cottage cheese or plain Greek yogurt with cinnamon and a few raspberries. Walnuts or almonds. Why this helps: high-protein snacks support muscle recovery. Berries add antioxidants, and nuts provide healthy fat to keep inflammation down. Dinner. Stir-fry with lean beef or tofu, zucchini, mushrooms, and snap peas. Brown rice or quinoa. Optional: papaya chunks with a squeeze of lime. Why this helps: protein and plant diversity support leg function, while papaya offers anti-inflammatory enzymes without the sugar load of pineapple or mango. Evening tip. Instead of a sugary dessert, enjoy herbal tea like chamomile or ginger to ease digestion and reduce overnight inflammation. If you're craving something sweet, try a square of 85% dark chocolate with a few almonds. 3. Easy lifestyle integrations, without feeling deprived. Here are a few more simple habits that support strong legs, without overhauling your kitchen or your routine. Cut fruit portions in half, and add fiber, chia, flax, to balance them. Freeze berries to snack on instead of grapes or watermelon. Choose hydration over juice. Lemon water or cucumber-infused water keeps your joints limber and helps flush excess sugar. Batch prep fruit snacks for the week. Slice apples, store blueberries, or make a bare yogurt cup in small containers so you're not tempted by higher sugar options. Use a fruit hierarchy: berries first, apples/pears second, melons third, and keep tropical fruits for special occasions. If you're ever unsure, ask yourself, will this fruit help or hinder my strength tomorrow? That simple reflection keeps your long-term health at the center of every bite. 4. How these changes protect your legs and your life. When you reduce inflammatory, sugar-loaded fruits, you help preserve muscle mass. Reduce stiffness and inflammation in your knees, hips, and ankles. Improve balance and reduce fall risk. Support your energy, so daily movement feels easier. Protect your nerves and circulation. And what does that really mean? It means being able to take the stairs without pain. To garden without needing to sit every 10 minutes. To chase after your grandkids, or just get to the mailbox and back, with confidence. It's not just about food. It's about freedom. And you deserve that, every day. If this video helped you rethink your fruit habits and gave you a clearer path to stronger legs, please like this video and subscribe to Health Matters. We share real, science-backed advice tailored for your stage of life, without the fluff, the fads, or the guilt. Share this video with a friend, sibling, or parent who might be feeling more tired or unsteady lately. Sometimes, a small change in the fruit bowl is the first step to a stronger tomorrow. Your health matters. Your strength matters. And at Health Matters, we're here to walk every step with you. Stay strong, stay wise, and we'll see you in the next video.